Was he called for the travel?
I think so, yeah,
yes.
that's what the referee indicated.
Just had that little step. I didn't think it was a travel, though. But nonetheless, the Cougars get it back. And Nichols inside. Count it. And the foul.
Back to a 20-point lead, which equals the biggest lead the Cougars have had in this game.
Fourth team foul for Beloit. Craig has 5, so both teams still a little bit away from the bonus.
Yeah, this was a little cleaner played half here because in the first half they were in the bonus early in the second quarter.
Here's Brown gonna fire the 3, rims in and out. And number 44, P.J. Nielsen for Craig pulls it down. Dougal goes up, count it. Long pass to Hodges at the other end. And there's those layups that they haven't been able to execute on, and it's really hurt them big time.
Dougal with the rebound and the whistle right away. The game started out with both teams playing a little bit, looked like disorganized, but in this half, especially the Cougars, but both teams look a little more like they've got their act together, they know where they're going. Unfortunately, as you just mentioned, Ryan, the Beloit shots are continuing to not fall in the paint.
Yeah, Beloit's size and quickness, no, it's there, but they haven't been able to execute. There's Dougal now. Nichols. And Dougal will throw it away. Here's Pasquale Wisdom trying to go up with a jam. He wants a foul.
Dougal going up with him.
Foul the goaltending. Oh, wait a second, no. You know, Pasquale was kind of signaling for the goaltender. I almost thought they were going to call it, but...
No, they didn't.
Oh, nice pass underneath to Dougal to Nielsen, and Nielsen connects. Nice play by the Cougars. And here's a steal by Nielsen. Dillon. Nice dish there to P.J. Nielsen. The 6'2" senior goes to the home, count it, and the foul. And oh boy, Craig has really been putting on a show of good fundamental basketball, defense, good passing, and it has really paid dividends here in the second half as they're up by a bunch. 6:20 left, 78-53. Beloit with the timeout.
Big 25-point lead, and the Cougars are on a roll here. And it looks like this game, unless a miracle happens, is going to be pulled out by the Craig Cougars. They'd have to totally go cold, and Beloit would have to make everything they threw anywhere in the vicinity of the basket to bring this back to even a tie.
Well, we mentioned in the pregame, Patrick, about one of the things that Bob Suter mentioned as what he wanted from his team tonight, and that was to keep the Purple Knights from driving to the hoop. And so far, they really haven't done that. They haven't had success, but luckily for Craig, Beloit hasn't been able to execute. So, playing a little luck there for the Cougars tonight.
Yeah, if especially in the first half, Beloit could have gone out pretty good by a pretty good bunch in front had they scored some of their Now what? No, continue.
All right. Welcome back. 79-53. Craig on top. Beloit will inbound it. Brown controls it, tries to get it inside quickly to Boyd. And the ball goes out of bounds. Beloit will pick it up once again. We are back, I guess, Patrick.
Yeah, we never left. You never left.
Well, that's nice. I didn't want to go.
We couldn't see ourselves and couldn't hear ourselves, but gee, we're still here.
All right. Dillon on the right baseline. Will come out a bit.
This is not a game, it's an adventure.
You bet, it is tonight. And Craig kind of slowing their offense down a bit. And why not? They're up by many.
They're up by more than we would care to talk about right now because our fans will start to tune out.
Zelmer and Dillon, not too sure where the ball was, but he got it back. And a foul is called on number 20, Trey Brown, the 6'2 senior. And I believe it's his second foul of the game. Brian Dillon, the 5'9 senior. And he's a guy that very versatile. He can play the point. He can also move over to the shooting guard position. So a nice player in Brian Dillon. And like so many Craig Cougars, he can shoot the ball.
Everyone on the Craig Cougars can shoot the ball, and that's, you know, some teams they have the defensive specialists and the shooters, but pretty much Zelmer leads the way as a basket is scored there by Trey Brown. But all the Cougars can shoot and shoot well.
Long line of great shooters to come through this Craig Cougar outfit. Dillon. And here's Meyer, and he gets it stripped away, but he is fouled by number 40, Curtis Wilson, the 6'7 senior center.
And speaking of the long line of Craig shooters, Bob Suter in his 9th season as the Craig Cougar coach is 161 and 37.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Not a shabby record anyway. And he was the coach of the football team for many years, up until 8 years ago when Ron Ganon took over, who recently retired.
Here's Pasquale Wisdom. Can't hold on to it, but Brown can. Boyd will go up. Yeah, Bob Suter, just a heck of a nice guy.
And he does well also with the baseball team.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, good baseball tradition for both Janesville high schools, Craig and Parker. That's always a good matchup when those two teams get together. And Carl Boyd at the line. Both teams in the bonus with 4:38 remaining. Well, Patrick, I was hoping after the first half, Craig was only up by 4, 42-38. And I really thought, because both teams, they had this spurt thing going. You know, both teams would get hot and then they'd get cold. And it just seemed that was the way it was going to play out. But boy, oh boy, in the third, Craig has really stepped up and has carried it over here in the